Hello and welcome to another episode of Endzone Analytics. Each episode we'll be delving deeper into the 3 primetime matchups each week in the NFL, with data from our very own QUUANT.io platform. I'm Brandon Harrington and I'll be hosting weekly episodes right here on the QUUANT Intelligence YouTube channel. After a hectic week 2, the action gets started later today in Cleveland as the Steelers visit the Browns. This matchup is fascinating as both teams could easily have came into this game as 0-2 or 2-0. But instead they're going in 1-1. In the week, Steelers receivers started showing their first signs of frustration about their target so far this season. Fans are chanting for Kenny Pickett and the offense is struggling. A much needed win in a divisional game will massively improve the feeling around the camp and could buy Trubisky some more time. Poor game management stopped the Browns coming into this game 2-0. In a short week it can be hard to work on a lot in practice, but I'm sure that there are conversations about if the Browns are up late in this game, all carriers need to go to ground in bounds and keep that clock running. In an AFC North that seems wide open, this game could have huge implications further down the line. Over 38.5 match points is QUUANT's top value forecast with a 50% probability. With the Browns averaging 28 points so far this season and the Steelers 18.5, this selection could offer great value. The data-driven analytics are all pointing towards the Browns win with 67% probability, but they're still without suspended quarterback Deshaun Watson, which has a 77% impact on their output for this game. The Steelers continue to be without last season's Defensive Player of the Year TJ Watt, but to make matters worse, they're also without McNichols, and that's going to have a 53% impact on this game. Significance and impact in the QUUANT injury report is determined by a player's fantasy value. The Browns are favourites for this one, but the Steelers have returned a profit with a record of 4-6 in their last 10 games as underdogs. It's the same record as their last 10 road games, which also returned a profit. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers. They love him not. They can't live with him, they can't live without him. A good showing when he came into the game last week, including a rushing touchdown. Jimmy G will now look to push on and take the 49ers one game deeper into the postseason this time around. The big question surrounding the Broncos this week is will the fans have to call out the play clock? If they do need to call out the play clock, then maybe we should start worrying about where the season could be going for the Broncos. And Nathaniel Hackett might have to start considering that if he's only employed by Rob Walton next year, it could be in one of his Walmart stores. If they don't, then it means the plays are coming in quickly, Hackett's adjusting to life on the sideline, and Russell Wilson could be cooking. Despite losing Trey Lance to a season-ending injury last week, the 49ers still come into this game as favourites, with a 53% chance of them taking the victory in this game. Despite being 6-4 in their last 10 matchups as favourite, the 49ers haven't returned a profit. Same can be said for the Broncos, who in their last 10 games as underdogs are 3-7 and have also not returned a profit. In such a tight matchup, it can be hard to predict who's going to come out on top. QUUANT's top value forecast for this game is under 45 match points, with a 55% probability and a 4-star rating. Neither of the 4 games these sides have been involved in so far have exceeded 34 points, so upwards of plus 100 money line with some bookmakers on under 45 match points could represent great value. We've already mentioned the Trey Lance injury, but at the time of filming tight end George Kittle is also questionable. If he's to miss Sunday's game, that's to have a 48% impact on the game. Over to Denver, and with multiple players still on IR, QUUANT highlights wide receiver Jerry Jeudy as questionable with an injury to the ribs, which will have a 47% impact on the Broncos. As we look ahead to Monday Night Football, the Giants have already achieved half their win total from last year and have a chance to make it 3 from 3 as they go into Monday night against the Cowboys. Are the Giants for real this year? That's a big question. A win against a divisional rival and moving to 3-0 would put them in a really strong early position. Cooper Rush guided the Cowboys to a surprise victory over the Bengals last week. Was that a one-off or a sign that things will be okay without Dak Prescott? Mike McCarthy will be looking for some momentum after the win last time out. In fact, the Cowboys have shown profitable value after entering the game as an underdog, with a record of 7-3 in the last 10. Maybe it's playing at AT&T Stadium which is causing too much pressure for the Cowboys. The Giants are slight favourites in this game with a 55% chance win probability, making it to 3-0. Despite this, the QUUANT top value selection is a plus 2.5 spread for the Cowboys. Offering 4-star value, this forecast has accumulated 1.5 units of profit over the last 10 matchups. QUUANT injury reports show that QB Dak Prescott is still out for the Cowboys with his thumb injury, which is a 74% impact, and wide receiver James Washington is also out. For the Giants, Dalton Schultz is questionable with a knee sprain, and if he misses Sunday's game, he'll have a 45% impact. Thank you for watching the second episode of Endzone Analytics, powered by QUUANT. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment your thoughts about the season. Access all the data-driven analytics you've seen in this video and more. Head over to QUUANT.io and start your 3-day trial for just 99 cents. Link will be in the description. I've been Brandon Harrington. See you all next week.